Welcome back to the plot, everyone. It's I think it's the 28th of October. It's the last weekend in October. November starts next week, Tuesday, I think. Tuesday's the 1st of November. So came up today. Main reason coming up today is to get all my main crop potatoes out the ground before it starts getting cold and they get damaged and that. So I've already been up here an hour and a half. So what we'll do is I'll show you what we've dug up with the potatoes, then I'll give you a quick tour around the plot to show you what's going on at the moment. So let me just swing the camera around and I'll be back with you in a minute. Well, these are the potatoes I dug up today. The ones in the wheelbarrow are Cara, and as you can see, compared to the size of my hand, these are really big potatoes. Bit muddy because they were in the ground, and we've had a lot of rain this week, so that was another reason for getting them out. And a few of them got damaged by the fork when we were getting them out. And there are a few holes in some of them, as you can see there. But all in all, that is a bumper crop of potatoes. These ones here, these are the Sapomira that were grown in tubs. Again, some big ones, some small ones, and everything in between. One's shaped like a duck. So that was the Sapomira, and these are the Cara. I think I left the Sapomira in too long. We did have a few, maybe about a dozen or so potatoes that had started to go soft. So I think in future I'll get the Sapomira out a little bit earlier. But all the Cara are perfect apart from the odd hole made by a little critter or by my fork. I'll show you a few other things. Cabbages are still doing okay. That one's still getting eaten. I've just cut this one out here. So I've cut this one out. I'm going to take that home tonight. We're going to have that for our dinner. This side, nothing, but we haven't really had anything out of this side of the bed. We've had some kale, but everything else has not really performed well. So yeah, I'll have a rethink of that. This bed here, spring onions are doing really well. Okay, so spring onions, I accidentally switched the camera off there. These spring onions are doing really well. We've got one little dwarf bean plant. We've had a couple of pickings off this dwarf bean plant and they've been really good, so I'm definitely going to grow them again next year. And I'm going to start them off in root trainers so that the mice don't get the beans. I think it was mice because I had my incinerator just there, and when I took the cover off it the other week, my whole family of mice came running out of it. So I'm blaming the mice for my bean failure this year. We've got a little turnip here amongst all the whitefly, just in there. So I'll let that get a little bit bigger. We've got some carrots in there amongst the weeds. I weeded most of this last week, but we ended up getting rained off last week because of the rain. It's been quite a wet week here in Exeter, but I'm not complaining. I'm quite behind because I've had sciatica on my back for about 2 months. It is getting better. It's a lot better than what it was. So I'm almost back to normal now, but that's held me back as well. In this bed, we've got a couple of beetroot. There's a couple over there. Then we've got all the leeks, which are they're doing okay. I think they'll put on a lot more weight once, now we're getting significant rain. In this bed, this is my garlics, which I planted 2 weeks ago. So yeah, all the garlic come up, and as I look along the lines, all I can see is little heads of garlic, so that's quite good. The rhubarb, excellent this year. It's dying off now, no problem. We had lots and lots of good pickings on it this year. It was very good. carrots are still doing well. In fact, just picked this obscene looking carrot out. The bunnies will get the green part. And this is the red cabbage I told you about that I pulled out. So, yeah, I'll strip all these outer leaves off. The rabbits might want them, might not. They're a bit fibrous, I don't know whether they want them or not. Over in this bed here is carrots and beetroot. A couple of small beetroot I'm going to take home. A couple of not so small ones as well, actually. There's a white one there. We've actually got some carrots coming up here as well. If you can just see that. Just cover that up. So yeah, beetroot and carrots. My plan this time, this year, was if any of the beds got empty, then I was going to put in a line of carrots and a line of beetroots and see what I got back. Because they can store quite well over the winter time. These beds are empty at the minute. Hang on a minute, my knee pad is falling down my leg. I'm just going to take them off. Must remember to put them in the shed before I go. This is the blueberry plant. Look at the fantastic colour these leaves go when the plant's on the way out. But this will shed all its leaves and it will come back again in the spring. As I say, still picking up plenty of carrots. You can see some big carrots in there. I don't need lots of carrots at the minute. Parsnips had a quick look. We have got some big parsnips in here. I'll see if I can just show you this one here. As you can see, it's the top's diameters a bit like that. But we did have one go rotten, but the others look okay. I'll just cover that up. Dug the potatoes out of there. Tomatoes were I still have to clear this out. I haven't been able to do as much as I thought, but there might be some salvable in here, but I don't think so. As you can see, we've got tomato blight on them, and we've got a huge big snail enjoying himself. We have got a couple of peppers that will be coming home, and my plan is to overwinter these peppers in this little polytunnel. So I might not get round to doing this today. This might be a job for tomorrow. There was a rogue potato growing in there. This is the oca. This could do with a weed. We've got all sorts growing in here. We've got some borage, which the bees are absolutely loving. Even at this late stage of the game, you know, this time of the year. And a few sweet peas. The sunflowers are just about dying off, but they'll be getting pulled out now. This is the last of the squashes. I'm going to take these. That's a small one. This one's slightly bigger, but these are ripe now. These are ready to go home with me. The potato area over there, emptied all the buckets and storing the buckets over there. This pea bed just needs weeded and covered for the winter. This is turnip and swedes. Now, as you can see, this leaf here, the pigeons were coming in and stripping them bare. So I've put this net over it to protect it from the pigeons, which is working quite well. We've got some beetroots here ready to come out, and we've got a couple of little purple top Milan swedes right there. some of this perpetual spinach. I'm going to take some of that home for the rabbits. But yeah, it's as I said, it's November next week. But there's still not an awful lot going on in the garden. And there's still an awful lot that we can take from this garden. So yeah, especially while the weather's mild. So let me just swing the camera around again. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that quick tour around the allotment. We spent an hour and a half digging those potatoes out, and yeah, I can feel it in my back now. That's one good thing about growing them in pots. It's far much easier to harvest, but I don't think I get them that size growing them in pots. Sapelmira did, but not the Cara. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon sometime. Bye for now.